chick?
Yeah, I got a chick, man. I think you met her, dude. She was at that night. Yeah, she was at the show that night where you told that frat joke, and then we connected.
Yeah, I was wondering if you weren't, I would be like, yo, let me hit her up. But
you can still hit her.
You should hit her up, dude. DM her, dude. Let's see what happens.
That's when I was like, all right, this guy, I need to know this guy. He knows some hot girls.
Yeah, man.
That's good. If you had an ugly girlfriend, he wouldn't be on this podcast right now.
Well.
Part of me, I was like, what can I get from this? I was like, girls like that. No, you were with like a few girls, so I was like, cool.
There was multiple girls there. But yeah, man,
was it a girl who fucked 9 guys in one night there?
No, dude, no. That's a legend, man. My girlfriend is one of her friends. She had sex with 9 dudes in one night. UCSB, dude.
Jesus. You fucking hurt her.
I don't know,
her
man.
father, presumably.
Apparently,
probably the last 4 guys in the train,
too. Great upbringing, wealthy parents. But yeah, she's gnarly, man.
I don't know if it was that great of an upbringing.
Yeah, seriously, 9 dudes. But I mean, if you had done that, then it would, would be celebrated.
You could say that double. Yeah, that's a double standard. But I mean, sure.
We're chauvinistic on the show.
The whole thing is because it's way easier to fuck if you're a girl.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
It's so hard to fuck 9 girls
in a night, dude.
In a fucking month. It's fucking hard to get new 9 ones. Like for you guys, for sure. But like, if you're like, yeah, I mean, dude, a girl, like, yeah, I mean, everybody knows that. Like, that's why there is the double standard. Like, a girl could just be, a hot girl could walk in here right now and be like, yo, do you want to will you have sex with me tonight? You'd be like, yeah. Everybody would say
He'd say no. We'd say yes.
Yeah.
That's only 4 of us, though, so it's still a miracle to me how she managed to slip in another 5. It must have been a gang.
We're going to get her on. Maybe, yeah. It could have been the water polo team or something.
She also was obviously, she's also just like, so like, I just did it she did it for herself.
The story, yeah. Apparently they would in the sorority, they would tally it up, man. Like the girls would tally it. This is a weird world we're living in now, dude.
Like guys.
Yeah, like guys, exactly. What the fuck is that, dude?
Do you have a count? Do you keep track of that, Mike?
Yeah.
Me too. I have a list. I have a Word document.
I'm not going to tell you my number.
Why? You can't tell us your body? Come on, man. Why not, man?
What century is it
douchey.
in?
It's not douchey.
This is too douchey.
We'll both sound off on the body count right now.
It's too douchey.
It's over 250. I lost count.
I'm at 153. He's sticking to it.
But I've 600 blowjobs for sure.
Wait, Leo. What century is it in, Michael? Is it in the 100? It's got to be between 1 and 200, or is it higher?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Between 2 and 300.
How many of them?
They wrote a lot.
How many of them were overweight? Percentage.
15%.
15%. That's
not bad. That's a solid count.
I've fucked chubby girls. Yeah.
No, that's great.
And sometimes it's fun.
If you don't fuck chubby girls, we don't support you. We're big proponents of having sex with the overweights.
I've definitely had sex with some. I've enjoyed it too. Yeah. Like obviously not like. There's been ones where I'm like, I've been doing it. I'm like, come on. I'm just like, what did I get myself into? Like, why? Right. What's wrong with me? Like, why couldn't I have just chilled? But I mean, then there's some girls that are like thick, and I'm like into it, like attracted to it. Yeah.
I'm trying to guess at your statistical spread here. I'm thinking, being a frat guy in college, I know that you can't help but fucking a ton of chicks in a frat. You can be a huge dweeb when you're matched up with sororities. When everybody's dipping in cups in the punch bowl that's just loaded up with Everclear, you're gonna get fucking laid.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the confidence I did now, though. I wish I did. It would have been way more.
But still, you probably fucked at least 50 girls in your 4 years of college.
No.
Less than that.
It was like, I think I had fucked only 20 girls graduating college.
Wow, so your numbers went up.
Six leaving high school, and then 14 in college.
And then it probably didn't get much better when you were out in the professional world hawking vials to CVS.
No, it did, because in the professional world, people are a little bit more open. Like when I lived in
Then at Florida State? Florida State's got to be the most open place on the planet.
Sure, but then I think the older you get, like you're just in downtown Fort Lauderdale, you grow confidence as a guy.
Yeah,
like,
Florida in general as a professional, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah.
It was, I mean, I don't know. I was only in Fort Lauderdale from 2018 to 2010. I mean, 2008 to 2010. So in those 2 years, there was probably like another 14, 15. It started happening more because I was also single. I had like 2.
You had a girlfriend in college?
For a year.
Did that slow you down?
Yeah, for a year, and then like I had another girl I was hooking up with for a little bit, but still. But in Fort Lauderdale, I started picking it up a little bit more. You get more confidence as you get older too.
Yeah, of course.
You know what you're doing, and then when I lived in LA, it was just like casually how anyone else would, and then stand up then through touring.
How is anybody else doing in LA? I never had an LA sex spell.
He didn't experience the good part of LA.
I mean, I guess in LA it was fun, but I also worked, like my first job in LA in 2010, I worked at a nightclub, so I was in.
Were you a bartender?
No, I was one of those TSA guys. I would fucking bring out more cups and ice to the bottle service things with the girls. They would run out with the girls, so I'd do that. So I knew all those girls. So girls, you and I worked at the parlor. I opened that place. So you hook up with girls you work with.
Parlor's a good place.
Yeah, you hook up with girls you work with, and then you just know the nightlife scene. So you know bartenders out, so you like get drinks for free, and then you just like get lucky over time.
I've worked, and it's strange because you'd think that as a guy who's bringing out cups for the service girls, I was a bouncer at bars in San Francisco. You would think because a lot of the girls going out make great incomes, they work at tech companies, they're going to look down on you for your service role. But something about being the sober guy at the club who's not hitting on them, it puts you above the dude with the button up and the gelled hair who's got the booth.
Bro, you got light eyes. You should be able to do fine if you're busting a table.
But did you experience that? Like, you'll be fucking walking by a table full of hot chicks and they'll be like trying to talk to you when there's a bunch of rich Persian dudes one booth over.
I would meet girls at the nightclub and then like try to take them to the bathroom in the back and hook up with them in the bathroom.
That's a Leo Tavio move.
I hooked up with girls in the fucking bathroom at the parlor sometimes.
That's very irresponsible.
Nice.
As your employer, I would have reprimanded you.
Yeah, but the parlor, when that first place opened, everybody was wild there.
It was a wild place.
People were hooking up all the time in the fucking back with the other employees. Like that was a wild place.
Yeah, that was a wild place.
So Michael, you're doing pretty average in college. You start to pick it up a little bit.
In LA, I think it was average to the first couple years. 2013, 14.
What is
2015 it picks up.
Let's talk about it.
2015 it picks up drastically.
But let's say this. Let's agree on a number as men. I think an average post-college guy, maybe even a little above average, is 10 chicks a year.
That's
a little
fair.
above average.
That's one a month if you stay single, or even if you're not like, because sometimes you could start hooking up with a chick even if you're not dating her, and it's just convenient, so you get used to it. So, but 10 chicks would be normal for any guy who's post college.
I think it's a little above average. I think it's impressive.
Yeah, sure. It depends what city. How about that?
It would be.
Depends what big city you're in. If you fucking live in, fucking Salt Lake City, probably way above average. But if you live in like South Florida, Chicago, New York, if you live in New York, if you live in Manhattan and you stay single for one whole year in Manhattan and you know some people and you go out to bars, like you're gonna get 10 chicks, 100%.
Assuming you're not hunchback, assuming you're an adjusted guy.
Assuming you don't like just like get content with hooking up even with a girl for 2 months.
That's the cardinal sin. I mean? Like, can't slow down your progress.
So it depends where you live too. But like, yeah, I mean, in 2015 it really picked up. It really picked up when dating apps were invented. And that was 2014.
So you weren't blowing up as a comic yet. It was solely a product of the dating apps.
Yeah, because from 2010 to 2014, I'm still, if I did hook up with, you still hook up with like girl comics because that's you don't have money. And then if I wasn't doing the road that much, but if you did do the road, you could get laid doing the road, but it wasn't like dating apps made it easier. But then like in 2015 from on, it became a game to me. It became a game, and I was like, how do I get as many as I can in a year? Like that was like my goal. I was like, oh, I want to.
Are you single now?
Yeah.
I'm curious though, Michael. In 2015, when the dating app thing became a game for you, did you have any sort of career status to fall back on? In other words, did you have 10,000 followers on Instagram? Did you have any did you open for Bobby Lee yet at that point?
Yeah, 2013 I started opening for Chris and Bobby here and there. But it wasn't like I was hosting for them like on the road here and there.
You still have that confidence of a guy who's going somewhere.
Yeah, it definitely helped with confidence. But like then you learn the dating apps, because I remember when I first met a girl off of Tinder, like for a drink, I was so nervous. And I was already a comic at that point, but nobody had done this before. This was new. So I was also like, oh, what am I getting into? It was still a little weird.
A blind date,
as opposed, but then once that got out of the way and I started getting comfortable with it, and then I had a script and everything, and I was just like, okay, cool. And then, because I still wasn't getting up in Hollywood on Hollywood shows until like 2016, then I started getting up in the clubs. and then it was easy to just tell girls like, "Yo, come to a show."
Yeah.
I mean, from 2015 it started, but from 2016
that became part of your script in your later years when you were
I'm not going
That's
on a date anymore.
But in 2015, I'm curious about this because Leo, we've talked about it. My roommate and I talked about it a lot. What was in your bio or your profile? What did you say about yourself?
It was nothing there. It was more like I just had the pictures, and
what were the pictures like?
I don't remember what I put, but like right now, like if on a dating app, I'll just have like my pictures like
opening for Crystalia at Carnegie Hall.
No, I have a picture with me.
That's not cheating. I'd say do it.
Laugh Factory, maybe.
I don't do that. I have a picture of me in like my just only one stand up thing, and I put I say. I'm a stand-up comedian and I have a dog. That's what it was. And then I would just talk to them. I would just be like literally if we matched, I'd be like, Katie! ! They'd be like, hey, haha. And I'd be like, what's up? What are you doing? She'd be like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, so where in LA do you live? I'm in West Hollywood. She was like, me too. I'm like, well, we should hang out, obviously. And she'd go, we should. And I'd be like, what's your number? Let me text you. I'd always just get off the app. Get on text.
That's
Once
smart.
you're on text, they fucking feel better. And then on text, I'd be like, yo, what are you up to? Like, let's get a drink. Or, well, now I'd just be like, yo, come to a show.
You're part of the herd when you're on Tinder still flirting.
Yeah, you got to get...
You're replaceable.
You got to get off the app ASAP.
Yeah.
Once you're off the app, they feel more comfortable. And now, in a time like this, you just FaceTime with someone. They feel comfortable after a couple FaceTimes. You're just like, you want to just come over, watch a movie?
Yeah.
I've been telling Leo that, but he always manages to pull his penis out early in the FaceTime.
Yeah. And then it shuts it down. They get uncomfortable once
what's
the cock comes out.
how many... you've been dating for... what's the most... How many girls do you think you slept with in a year? Guess.
I had when I was at the stunt show, and I was the first year I was 28. It was like 3 a week. So
can you do that math for us, Austin? You got a calculator over there?
It was it was like a good. It felt like a college year for me because in college I went kind of nuts when I went to I lived in I lived up north at this school called Cal State Stanislaus, and it was 78% women, and it was like a little hidden gem. They were all like beautiful like Persian and Portuguese women because there was all these weird farms out there, and I just went off. And yeah, it reminded me of like a college year. Like the show, we'd have a meet and greet after the show, and I would meet tourists.
What was this? What was
the show? It was like a stunt show at the park.
They were recreating the movie Waterworld and adding stunts into it, so it was like a live Waterworld,
live show, like a live. And it was
so you had your shirt off, and you were like meeting people who were at the park.
Who were in town.
It's the same thing as doing stand up for big crowds.
Pretty much, yeah. Gotcha. And it was they were in town,
but every day.
And all he did instead of being funny is he flexed his right bicep and he fired a shotgun
every day, dude. So. Just women like Australian dance team would come in.
You're a fetish at that point.
It was, yeah, exactly. I was a fetish.
So do you think you're over 100 in 1 year?
I would say close, man. I don't know if I broke 100, but close. Yeah. It was nice, man. It was nice. Business was good. I got a sugar mom out of it that's still in my life. And it's, she helps me survive.
It's true. Nice. She's helped me survive, too. She pays for the channel. She paid for these mics.
She paid for these mics. She gives me a little allowance.
She's listening.
Fuck
she
yeah,
might be listening, yeah. But I love her, and I
love her too.
Miss Robinson, you've changed my life, and I appreciate you very, very much.
Well, what's up, Miss Robinson? What are you doing?
He gets very territorial. I better be careful over there.
She likes the kind of the longer hair and the Drogo kind of look. So
I'll wear a wig.
Grow your hair. Yeah, you could. Maybe
I'll wear a wig and do some push-ups.
The wig could, you could pull it off.
Wow.
But yeah, so it was great, and that was a lot of fun. I like settling down. I became much more of a relationship guy as soon as I hit 30.
I would like to evenally too, but I'm career first right now.
And,
good, man. That's the way to go.
Leo's exaggerating a little bit. He didn't settle down that much when he turned 30.
I didn't. I had a few slutty girlfriends, and then I got like I'm now with a nice girl, and I like it, and we'll see where it goes. And we've been, it's 2 years now almost. And
that's pretty serious.
Michael, was your best year something comparable when you're out on the road, somewhere around there?
It's got to be around there. Yeah.
What is it like? Because again, I've done stand-up a couple of times, and there were some groupie chicks in the crowd, so I can sort of imagine how it goes.
Dude, he had two girls come up to him and just say, hey, we want to suck your dick, and they're both like 19. It was nice.
But with Dalia, when that shit happens, you're imagine taking the girls up on that offer, and then do you leave the venue? Do you go out partying afterwards?
No, I just go back to the hotel.
Yeah, you got the hotel room. He gets you a hotel, and then you're ready. You're set.
And then are you stacking numbers? So you get numbers from a few girls, and then you stagger it. Like, I'm going to go straight back to the hotel with this girl, and then kick her out, bring the next one over.
There's a girl in every city at this point now that I talk to.
And then do you go for the random club pussy and then have her come over later on, or is it just go to
I don't go out at all.
Nice.
Just do the show, eat, and then just hang out. But at this point, if I go to any big city, I know a girl. So there's always there could be a girl I've talked to before over the last 5 years. But sure, there's always a new one that I like. If a girl's like, "Hey, come out with us," I'm like, "No." Because there's someone else who would just be like, I'll hang out with you and come straight to the hotel room.
And do you have...
So that's,
How are your relationships with these girls? Because...
Which ones?
The girls who were...
Just a random person?
Like the chick in fucking Cincinnati, for example, who you can hit up and who will come over and fuck you at midnight.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but sometimes you go back to these cities and then they're in relationships. It's like their lives go on. But like some, and you're like, hey, and you've seen a couple times over the years.